In Enduro 3, like all the other categories, the dust was public enemy number one for the riders. It wasn't a concern on the liaisons in the vineyards, but the first riders in the timed sectors had a clear advantage. Marcus Kehr and Sebastian Guillaume set off just after the leaders and had themselves one mighty scrap. The German is one of the riders currently on form and held off the Frenchman until the final clock section of the day, but Guillaume's experience came through, edging Kehr for 3.65 seconds. There were battles throughout the E3 hierarchy, and perhaps the best was for second place between Merriam, Takala and Nombatin. The Australian showed to be intractable on the extreme test, and is often the case, he was much faster on day 2 than on day 1. He came home in 4th. Marco Takala finished 2 seconds clear of Merriman for 3rd. His times and results are a fine example of consistency, but like the previous day, Nombatin's strategy paid dividends. The Frenchman has nothing to lose in this championship, and on his day, he put his head down and went for it, posting 4 best times and a second place finish. He continues to be one of the revelations of 2008.
Samouli, même Takala, qui a eu un petit souci sur la fin, mais
Samouli and even Takala had problems towards the end. They have so much experience, they know how to deal with all the pressure. They ride really consistently, but to be able to battle with them and show him right up there is a good sign. Samouli Aro kept a close eye on Nombatin all day long, and he managed to keep the Frenchman at a safe distance, 10 seconds in arrears. Armed with an indestructible self-confidence, the Finn rode on for his 5th win. When you realise how little time he had to prepare himself following a knee operation over the winter and his lack of 2-stroke experience, Aro is the clear-cut favourite to win the title. Aro, Takala and Nombatin occupy the top 3 spots in the standings ahead of Sebastian Guillaume, who enters the top 5 ahead of Bjorn Carlsen. While the Spanish course gives the impression of not being the most technical, it is nevertheless quite a handful, with the terrain in the corners alternating from solid to slippery. But these conditions are tailor-made for Thomas Oldrati. At the controls of his 125cc, the Italian easily won both ends of the junior class weekend. Oriol Mena also stood out in these trying conditions with 2 runner-up results. The fight for the final podium spot was a Franco-Italian affair. On Saturday it was Marc Bourgeois, but overall he lost ground in the overall point standings, as on Sunday Mirko Gritti made his way into the junior class podium. After 3 rounds in the under-23 class, the standings couldn't be tighter, with the steady constancy of Bourgeois and the speed of Oldrati dead equal atop the leaderboard. The extreme test was situated in the heart of Sitges itself and was aired live on local television. Quite a coup for the BMW Motorrad Extreme Test Awards. As is often the case, a lot of things took place, and this time it was the venue for the Ahola Cervantes and Aubert Salminen showdowns. Curiously, it was the 2 who lost out on the overall wins that proved to be the quickest here, with Cervantes winning on Saturday and Salminen on Sunday. The WEC now takes a well-deserved break, and the riders can take part in their national championships before the 4th round of the season, the Grand Prix of Poland in June.